Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome. I am Clement Townsend. Welcome in. I am the founder of Video Pro Learning. I am so glad you decided to join me for this live demo. Video Pro Learning is the future of classroom engagement. Just a little bit about my background. For the past 7 years, I've been working in various schools around Chicago, and I've seen an amazing amount of student engagement when students are able to create videos. And so I started working with teachers in core subjects to allow students to create videos in math, English, and science. And what it does is when students are able to create videos, it really boosts engagement, it increases their motivation, and it makes learning memorable. Right now, Video Pro Learning is a supplemental platform. So the thing about Video Pro Learning is teachers can use their current curriculum. We are not asking teachers to change their curriculum.
I didn't
What
understand
Video
that.
Pro Learning provides is Video Pro Learning provides an interactive supplemental way for students to visually demonstrate their understanding. How can they show what they know in a way that is relevant for them? And also, when it comes to math, so many students have a negative math mindset. So, how can we change students' perception of math? Research has already proven for a lot of students, it's not necessarily about their academic skills, but it's about their motivation and their perception. If students have a negative math mindset, regardless of what the teacher does or the AI tutor does, if students aren't open to having a positive experience, if they've already shut down and defeated themselves, then it's going to be difficult to get those academic outcomes that we're looking for. So I want to dive into the platform. I want to go ahead and share my screen. So we should be seeing my tab with Video Pro Learning. And I want to just check to make sure that everything is working well. So if you're able to see my screen, Video Pro Learning, again, supplemental math, elementary math. Right now we have a variety of lessons and our lesson library continues to grow. We've done extensive customer discovery with what are those universal topics that teachers are teaching in Illinois and Pennsylvania, California, Alabama, Texas, all those sorts of things. Equivalent fractions, place value of whole numbers, converting decimals to fractions, all those sorts of things. What are the lessons that teachers are teaching? So once a teacher has already taught it with their current curriculum, then they come over to Video Pro Learning, and what we have is an example video. If a teacher taught on adding and subtracting decimals and they wanted their students to make a video, most students would be clueless. Most students would be lost. How do I do that? So with every topic, we have an exemplar video. This is an example video of what the students are expected to create at the end of the lesson. Everything is aligned to standards. This is standards aligned. Teachers log into the platform and teachers share this exemplar video with their students. They can share it, on the Promethean board or whatever they have in their classroom. For some reason, if a student is absent, they can share the link with the student and the student can watch a video at the later time. We also have sample problems and answers. We have problems and answers to give students more practice. So many teachers say they want their students to have more at bats. They want to reinforce what they taught. So the teacher can share the model video. The teacher has the problems and the answers. The student gets the activity sheet. So the student just gets the problems, and I leave that up to the teacher, certainly in terms of which students are doing which problems. Do they have them doing all five? This is what the student gets, the activity sheet, and they click on this, and the student will go to a template. And this is where it gets fun for the student when the student goes to the template. All these problems, we're already started with the template, so a student can come in and start to personalize it. Certainly, they're able to do the math, but they're able to change it. So instead of this being A. Smith, certainly this can be Mr. Townsend. And so instead of this being white, a student can start to personalize it. We can change this to read. And we have how-to videos, we have documentation, written instructions on how does a student do this. We want this to be a low lift for the teacher, but maximum impact in their classroom. We don't want teachers to have to feel like they have to be tech experts. We have the how-to videos for the students, and we also have the written documentation. But let's get to the math part though. So the problem here is Sam has 78 cents in his piggy bank. Laura has cents in her piggy bank. More money does Sam has? It's a simple drawing tool where students able to now show that they know how to do the math. 78 cents minus the 7 cents, show their steps, 71. And then certainly the student would need to put the decimal sign. So 71 cents. But then the student can go ahead and change out the elements. So here is just a simple delete the change there. And I would delete what I had with the little pencil tool. And it's just a simple elements in terms of change, coins. And just in a matter of minutes, we have other videos. So now the student can make it their own. Now a student can find the video that they like in terms of the coins and the change. Just for the sake of this video, I'll pop this in and I'll pull this over to the side. And then certainly a student can feel like they did, they created their own video. So now the student put their name in the front. The student changed the color here. The student's able to change the video. And then at the very end, the student feels like a YouTuber with a thank you for watching. Instead of like a great work, obviously they could switch this out. I won't go into too much detail, but great job done. So we make it so instead of just a worksheet, instead of just a student doing a problem on a computer, we make this interactive. That's what it's all about. It's all about being interactive. So I want to actually give a live example, a real example. And I wanted to take this off the screen where it's just me. Well, let's do this. I'll just go ahead and play the example from an actual student project.
Never waste my time, you all I want. Neither of us wanna be alone. Breathing in your love, on your touch. Oh. Never waste my time, you all I want. Neither of us wanna be alone. Breathing in your love, on your touch. Oh, it's what I'm living for. Say I'll never waste my time. I'm all you want. Oh, yeah, we live it up, I know for sure.
Doesn't that look just like a student? This is the end of the video. I hope you have a good time looking at my video. Love you. Like, doesn't that just look like what a student would do? That is a video from a class in New York. So students are actually using this in Georgia. They're using this in New York. They're using this in Oklahoma. Here is what some of the teachers have to say. We will definitely be doing this every chance we get. This can be more effective in giving students an opportunity to use their creativity and talents in a new way when it comes to math. Also, I was pleasantly surprised to see students who have struggled academically become excited and motivated to complete the program with laser focus and dedication. Teachers are telling us, especially with word problems, like word problems can be a cause of frustration. So what is a better way, a more appealing way for students to get practice with word problems and get familiar with that. So then they'll be prepared for state testing, because a lot of times word problems are on a state test and teachers want to prepare students for that. Other teachers that aren't necessarily as focused on test scores, they're focused on mastery. So again, when we have a student that's able to show they understand how to add decimals or subtract decimals, they're showing mastery, and the teacher now knows that a student has it. And if a student was doing a worksheet, teachers have told us students aren't as motivated. Like, students don't necessarily show their work. They don't put as much effort. There we go. Teachers have told us students don't put as much effort into a worksheet as they do when they're doing these video assignments, that the teachers lets them know that they're going to be shown to the class. And again, this can facilitate peer-to-peer learning, because once students do exemplary videos, this is something that can help other students. Video pro learning is the future of classroom engagement. The last piece I always like to point out is there is no filming. If you noticed on Canva, Canva already has stock videos. So this is not video production. Students are not filming, they're not recording, and students are not showing their faces. These are faceless video projects. We're always looking to partner with more schools, more innovative schools, more forward thinking schools that understand the importance of creativity, but also know that math sometimes it takes a different presentation, a different context for students to change their negative math mindsets. Video pro learning is about boosting motivation, increasing enthusiasm, and really making learning memorable. Again, we're looking to work with a few more schools. If you want more information, please check out our website, videoprolearning.com. The website is videoprolearning.com. You can send me an email to videoprolearning@gmail.com. We've seen some amazing feedback, and we've seen some amazing things happening in schools that are using video pro learning. Students are creating, students are excited, they're gaining technology skills, they're becoming future ready, but also they're showing their understanding in math and developing or changing their mindset, having a positive mindset as it pertains to math. Reach out to me. I love to chat to get you started with video pro learning. Thank you so much.